especially like in the winter, like doing this, it's like once a week kind of thing, right? Not 3 or 4 times out in the real course.
Yep. I don't know. Lionel hasn't gotten sick of me yet. I've been trying to come out here twice, sometimes 3 times a week.
Well, you can do whatever you want, man. Just
as long as the tee times. Fuck, when I was laid off last winter, fuck, I learned how to set everything up out there all the fucking time. And Rich, you do that?
Yeah. Nothing
Well,
wrong with
I'm
it.
off all week this week. I took a week of holidays, so I'll be out here a few times this week.
Hitting an 8-iron. Normally I'd hit a fucking 9 here, but I barely hit any shots. So.
That might play really well, though.
This 5 o'clock getting dark bullshit.
5 o'clock getting dark? Oh, no.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous.
5:30.
2012.
10 feet?
But hey, it's the first, second day that had snow. It stayed.
Larry's probably kicking himself. He didn't go up to it like yesterday, or Saturday.
6 yards carry.
Oh, it gives him time to get his shit up. Give her some space.
Well, we're 12.
Oh! 76. 70 carry maybe? Somewhere around there? Oh wait.
So, like, Lionel, in the last 4 rounds that I've played with that new set of clubs, like,
Yep.
I'm definitely hitting the ball
Way better.
way better.
Yeah, there's no doubt. No doubt. No doubt.
No. Not after 22 years. Like we got too much shit to split up.
Okay, wait, what? They actually finished Yellowstone?
One person gets there.
What's that?
House.
I thought they weren't going to finish that show because Kevin Costner quit.
What? This year?
No.
No, he quit last year.
No, there's another season.
I'll do.
I have no idea.
This must be the finishing season then.
My trailer's a trailer.
No, I know. This trailer.
Yeah, but you're not getting on it. You might hear on the lot.
Well, that's what, yeah.
Ah! Hold it just up.
But you look at that one beside you there, or beside Hamish's, that one's for 160. That trailer on the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'd be surprised that they'll go for it, but people will buy them. Especially if they're not on a, look at that trailer court, it's a lot easier to snap.
Okay, just hit this good.
Because it's on the lot, like you own the lot. You just pay tax.
But you're.
That was a fucking arrow, man.
Which ain't bad.
Holy shit.
But
Stop.
he's got that
Ooh.
me one on
It wasn't very
the
high.
other side.
It was supposed to be that, but way higher.
Oh, maybe. Well, no, because he's got an open lot on one side, and his sister's on the other.
23.
I thought both of them kind of.
No, he's got to that way. Instead of
20 yards carry.
What was that rum called? Bambino?
Bamboo.
Bamboo. I like that. Like,
I'm not a rum person. I got carried away when I was younger, but.
Yeah, I'm not a rum person either. I'm more of a
Tastes
whiskey
good.
person, which
Me
is
too.
even more dangerous.
Yeah.
yeah, I do like whiskey too.
I could fight my best friend. Fucking the next morning there. Wake up and still fucking drink whiskey. And phone my buddy there that gave me a ride home after I cranked him one.
Yeah.
and see if he wanted to go for another fucking whiskey. Like,
Well, he understands.
blackout special. And
really,
two feathers.
I don't know. Like hard alcohol seems to be more social for me than those fucking like vodka coolers. I can just jog them fucking things back like nothing.
I just had shitty friends when I was drinking hard booze.
Short.
That was in. That was in.
Bogey, Lionel.
I know. That was an easy birdie. Or easy par, I mean. Obviously gotta land on the right side.
Whereabouts in PAD you live, Josh?
29th East. Right behind Circle K.
Okay.
Oh, behind the old Pecker Palace.
Pecker Palace.
Remember?
Yeah.
It's all converted into condos now.
Right beside it. I have a house, yeah.
Right behind that church.
Literally, like across the street from it, yeah.
Hit it dead straight.
But honestly, for 10 years, it was a great property. I never had any fucking problems, and COVID came along though, and I don't know what fucking happened, dude. Like, it just shifted. Like, all the dirty people and stuff, this sounds horrible, came fucking straight up the hill, man. Like,
Well,
now I have
More
more
up.
problems.
more
It's
up
true.
and this way, behind the car wash, there's all those low incomes.
Never been back that far, I guess. Like, you, so the car
Go
wash.
behind the car wash.
Oh yeah,
behind-
O'Brien's. And
Oh,
stuff. That's all
sorry.
low income there? Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, well that explains a lot.
Go up that case, so.
Yeah,
behind-
because there's a little fucking round thing there. I see. Yeah, I know what you're talking about now. Because a
That's
bunch
all.
of fucking townhouses.
You got a fenced yard?
Yeah, actually I do, but it doesn't stop them.
Doesn't stop.
They just fucking go through.
You got a big dog?
Yeah, too.
Still go through your yard?
Yeah, I have one guy. So get this: I put cameras on the house and alarm system because my shed got broken into and the garage and a couple of my windows got broken. So I was like, that's the last straw. I don't feel safe anymore. So we got all that fixed, got the cameras, and I either work out of my truck or my home office a lot of the time, right? And so it's quarter to 6. I'm sitting there drinking my tea, reading my emails, my home office, and all of a sudden my cameras go off. This is 2 days after I installed them. And I'm like, maybe the radius or whatever, it's getting a car going by, so I didn't think anything of it. Then all of a sudden my fucking doorbell camera goes off, and I'm like, something's not right here. So I start walking out towards the kitchen, and I'm carrying, and there's a guy trying to come in my fucking window with both my dogs sitting right here staring at him. Completely cooked. Like, I honestly believe he had no idea where he was. But all I did was lift my gun up and pointed it at him, and he fucking took off. Called the
You just
cops.
gotta do the
Well, yeah, I had a shotgun in my hand. I called the cops. They showed up. Like 30
They
minutes
showed
after.
up?
Yeah, they came. Oh yeah, they came. And then, so they basically told me they're never gonna find him. Like he's gone now. I pretty much have to call right in the moment. Well, I was a little preoccupied.
Yeah.
So I gave him my camera footage. The guy's the biggest jackass I've ever seen in my entire life. If you're gonna break into a house, like, why would you wear holographic yellow fucking gloves? I mean holographic fucking yellow, man. And
nice pot.
so I give the cop the footage and go about my day. And hour later she calls and she says, "Hey, we got him." And I said, "Well, how did you get him?" "Well, after he left your house, he went over about 3 streets down to one of your neighbors, and they were camping and caught him on the cameras trying to break into their house." So, we picked him up.
Oh, it red! Hey, that's not bad, actually.
It's in your blankie.
But, like,
It's in your blankie.
you know, I said to the cops a few times, like, our justice system is a joke, though. Like, let's just be honest, right? they catch them and they release them like you catch fish. Like that's just
No, we pretty much know it's true.
like
But in
it's,
BC there, you can steal up to $10,000 without even going to jail that day.
yeah,
You just gotta summit to a pier. On 10 grand.
And people, that's the same as what happened in the States, and people are wondering why Trump won, right?
Yeah.
like to me that would be
Idiot
grand
shit like
larceny,
that.
right? Like that's
I think with our next election or whatever, there doesn't matter what the polls say and all this. Now they're starting to say that Trudeau is behind in the polls and all that.
Well, he doesn't
But,
have a chance, is what they say.
Ideology of what they're fucking trying to do there.
you know, when
just
child
pisses the guy
molesters
off.
can get 9 months in jail. There's something wrong with the whole situation. I feel like.
Yeah.
And I know firsthand. So
But everyone that's on PA's Most Wanted, or on weapons charges, assaults,
yeah, like
and all that shit, like the people that should be in jail
yes.
until their court date, no, we just let them go.
Yeah, we just let them go so they can hop the country.
Yeah. You know, yeah, I can't believe that this guy didn't show up for his court date. Well, he's on 12 weapons charges. He's on this and this and this. No, I can't believe he didn't show up either. Like, you gotta be an idiot to think that that guy's gonna show up.
I've talked to like some of the cops, man. They do acknowledge that too, though. They go like we try to watch the ones that they release because those are the ones that are going to be more of the problem.
Yeah.
It's not the cops that are the problem.
Judges.
Yeah. Well, and their hands are tied too. It's the
Yeah.
government that tells them what the max charges should be.
We do have one really light judge in PA though, man. She's ruthlessly light. Fuck, you can get a DUI. You can get a fucking DUI and get a ticket, plead guilty, and be done. Then go back the next day for another one.
No, fucking never had heard of that 2 times.
You wish you had her.
I would have fucked her.
Maybe got off.
Her and you.
Yeah.
I can't think of what her name was, but we had her with
40.
the kids case, man, and she said, well, I don't think it's right to give the max penalty, which my kids were molested, unfortunately, by people we knew, and so we did the whole court system thing, but it was not kind to us, I can tell you that.
Yeah. Oh, he had it. Wow. Just a touch harder. That's what he said, eh?
I'll never forget her words. She literally stood up and said, I have to balance between maximum penalty and minimum penalty, and because neither of them have had a criminal offense that they've been caught for in the past, she said, I feel it's right.
Even though they both deserve death.
Yeah. She said, we'll give them 1 year, and then 8 months later, one of the cops from corrections called me, and they're like, they both put in for work release and the early release. How do you feel about that? I'm like, why would you even call me?
Give you a heads up, but don't say that.
Like, that's the worst possible thing.
Yeah.
I would not want that job.
No. When she said, well, we have to do this and this, or just say, well, in my homicide here, I hope you have the same view as you do here.
Yeah.
I should have shot them both is what I should have done.
Yeah.
Couldn't do it though. I didn't want to watch my kids grow up through glass.
You're a moral man, man.
He didn't know anybody with an excavator.
That too.
Things you know now, or people you know now.
Well, it's just.
I wish we had a community fucking hole. Nice
For the
big deep
deadbeats.
one.
A deadbeat hole.
Yeah.
Yeah. 50 feet deep. Okay. Throw 5 feet on.
All those
So
dead
if
bodies
I-
down there, the DNA is all gonna mingle. It should be good.
Do you think the natives all, what did they call it, extradited or Banished. Do you think they banished them all, or was there a hole?
There's a
Oh,
hole.
there's a hole.
There's a hole.
Have you ever seen a Hutterite that had Down syndrome?
Yeah, true. That's true. That is true.
I don't know, it's funny.
I
though.
pulled it even.
A bunch
This
of
is
people
bad.
were like, "Well, you should have shot them," and I was like, "You don't know until you're in my situation.
In that situation.
Like, don't
That's so
don't
true.
tell me."
Yeah, it's easy to say it.
Mm-hmm.
Actions speak louder than words.
Very true.
And you got one witness, that's one too many.
Well, I felt bad for the cop that day. She lived at the time. She lived down the street from us. She had no idea what she was coming into. She just left a traffic accident.
Mm-hmm.
Came to what was told was a family dispute. Once she
Little bit of a
found out
dispute.
what happened, man, about 7 more cop cars come screaming around the corner, and they pulled him and her away from me as fast as they could.
So was it a relative or a
No,
family,
so no,
friend of the family?
I worked with these people. I used to be a chef when I first came out here, 2010 at Elkridge,
Okay.
and I was there for 4 years, and I worked with these people. But he had a gambling addiction. He lost it all, and me and my wife at the time wanted to try and help them. I couldn't see them live on the street shit, so I had them live in my basement, and I got him a job at Burger King and called in a few favors and started getting his life on track. But I used to travel for work a lot more than what I did now, and Robin used to work, she was a hotel manager, she was gone all the time, and so we trusted these people, you know. We're like, you know, just watch the kids, you can have, you know, have groceries, whatever, help us out, and you're fine, we'll help you out, you know. But then I had come back from BC, and my mother-in-law at the time, she texted me and she's like, "Josh, where are you at?" And I said, "Well, I just got off the plane, I'm grabbing my bag and heading home from Saskatoon." And she's like, "You gotta sit down," and I knew something was wrong right there. She said, "I gotta tell you something," and I went, "Well, just out with it now, because now I'm naturally getting pissed." And she said, "Hey, like Emma," which was my oldest stepdaughter, and she said that she had had a secret with the babysitters, and right there, like, that's bad. So, like, put it this way, folks, I can't have Christmas in my house. I can't have anything to do with Santa Claus, because what they did was they fed them Santa Claus chocolates, and so that's the trigger.
Fuck.
So my mom, when she sends chocolates and stuff like that, she actually has to have custom ordered penguin chocolates, Christmas, so that they can have those.
That's fucked.
With my Christmas tree, all of that, no Santa whatsoever. There's nothing. Like, it is
Spin.
a huge trigger.
Spin. It's on the green line.
Then
Yeah.
for the first 3 years after, I couldn't get my kids to go downstairs, which was worse. So I had to put 40 grand into my basement and move things around and change it for them to feel like it's different.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I got a phone call there saying that my niece got abused by my sister's boyfriend at the time or whatever there. Something felt fishy about that there, so I made a phone call before I left here. I'm going, you got 6 hours to find out exactly what fucking happened here.
yeah.
I got half an hour away from home, and my mom said, "Yeah, no, don't worry. Yeah, she made the whole thing up. I was going by to fucking kill the guy."
Did she?
She did make it up. I haven't talked to her since.
Like, that's just something you don't do. Like, I just...
If it happens, you fucking say something. But
Yeah.
don't fucking.
Why?
Yeah.
Dude, there's
ex-wife,
some women.
whatever.
There's some women that done that, and their old men have been in jail for 10 years, and then they come
Yeah.
clean,
Yeah.
and they don't get nothing.
Yeah. Or someone that gets a hockey player or a football player, you know, jacked up on a kid, or
Yeah.
abuse, or rape, and they get nothing, and you just ruin them.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what happens. It's unfortunate. No.
I thought for sure I was going to jail though, because I had a loaded firearm pointed at both of them. So I had 2 shells in that gun. By the time the cops had got there though, I'd already trigger locked it, put it back in the safe and everything, so.
Something just in your head.
I look back to, I originally went to school to be a cop, like something in my, like 90% of people in my family have served one way or another, whether it be military, police, paramedic. My dad pushed me into being a cop. I passed with flying colors, honestly, but I fucking would hate the career. I would not want to do it.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
20, 30 years ago, a guy would have liked to have been a cop. I think.
And now look at you, you're a legal drug dealer.
Yeah, I kind of went the opposite direction, right? But, like, I don't know, we had a lot of police friends in the family too, and like 2 of them that I respected a lot. Like one of them used to be a UC with the RCMP. He's long retired and gone now, but he flat out sat me down. He's like, Josh, you're a family man. He said, like, I've been divorced 3 times. I've moved all over the country doing what I do, because he was an undercover drug cop. And he's like, this is not the life for you.
No.
He said, I hate to shoot it to you straight, but he says, I just can't picture you being one. You're too nice. And
Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah. Can't be nice.
so I took that into account and turned around and went back to culinary college, and I took culinary and business. Because originally the goal was to open a restaurant, and actually I had a goal to open one in PA right before COVID hit too, and I was damn close to my target.
It's a good thing you didn't do it, because it probably wouldn't have done good.
I was gonna open a chorus. I was so fucking close. Because, and I thought about it because there's nothing like that in Pete. Well, there is now, but there wasn't at the time.
What's like it?
Egg Smart. That new one that just came in, that's where the old Pizza Hut used to be.
Okay.
Yeah, it's over 6 to 3.
Yeah. And that's what Cora's is, right? It's just a breakfast and lunch place.
I've heard mixed reviews about that place.
What, Cora's or
No.
Egg Smart?
Egg Smart.
It's not very good. In
Yeah,
my
I've heard.
opinion.
I've heard some people it's good, and then a lot
I
of
find it
people.
very expensive for what you get. I much prefer Cora's. I think one of the most embarrassing things, I even told the manager, I said, like, if you're going to cheap out on something, don't cheap out on fruit, because fruit is cheap. But they give you a little tiny cup with like 2 berries and fucking a strawberry in it. And I'm like, really? Like, if you're going to cheap out on something, fruit is not, like, fruit is cheap as fuck. So that's why whenever you go to a buffet, there's always loads of fruit, because it's cheap as fuck.
Yeah.
So,
Unless you're buying it at fucking co-op or.
cheese. What the heck is that family
Cheese
with all the big people that drove truck there? in PA?
Oh, you hear about that fucking big heist in the Europe there? They stole a bunch of cheese.
Yeah. No, but I'm talking about the PA family.
oh, fuck. I broke it.
Unreal, Josh. How could
I don't think
what
I
the
broke
heck?
it.
How could you?
Oh, like their Axel was the dad. Paulson.
The thing wasn't latched?
I don't think so.
No, it never is.
Sorry.
Lionel sabotaged you.
I might have. What were we talking about when I was?
Cheese.
Cheese.
Oh yeah, the Paulsons there, like they have a daughter that's big family. Like what? Apparently it was like $400 when they ordered Chinese. But anyways, Bonanza. Remember Bonanza?
Oh, I
Oh,
love
yeah.
Bonanza.
And the buffet.
Mm-hmm.
They grabbed the block of cheese and set it on the middle of their table. Like, no, it took a little bit. They took the whole block of cheese.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't
But that's
think.
a fucked
That was
up.
probably the best. that I remember as like growing up in PA.
Wasn't
that
it
was
great?
The best fucking buffet in town.
Wasn't it?
In PA. 100%.
Bonanza used to be the place to, go to.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a night out.
Let's go to Bonanza.
Bonanza.
Now the only buffet
For
place
value.
in PA is fucking Star House.
Which I
Right?
don't like that place.
Star House is the best Chinese place around.
Bird
It's
Show's is
alright.
better.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Way better.
No.
Star House is gross.
It's
I'll
got. I
touch
will
on
give
that
them
one.
this. It's gotten a lot better now that it's been in new hands.
Mm. Oh, they have new hands?
Their
Yeah.
war wonton soup is the fucking best. I've
They've
never
only-
had a war wonton better than fucking Star House.
They've only been shut down like 12 times since I moved to Birch Hill.
Yeah.
What?
Wonton doesn't
Yeah,
mean they're good.
fractions.
Oh, the what? Like
The
the
Star House.
Star House. Other
I got
bombs.
really
No.
sick one day after eating there. I honestly,
So
I have no problem with. Usually, I wouldn't contact health inspector and shit. I'd write it off. But I've never felt that sick before.
Yeah.
That
So-
I called and they're like, yeah, we're scheduled to go there tomorrow
anyways.
anyway.
Oh, really?
So I was like, just so you know, there's 16 of us and all 16 of us got sick.
I must have strong guts because I have never had food poisoning.
So for me,
I
it was
I've
WK.
had alcohol poisoning. but I've
See,
never had
Yeah.
food.
WK is now shut down, and I literally had to go in there to. We were working. We were doing that fucking. What the fuck was
Oh.
that?
Yeah.
12 years ago.
Mark, the chicken. There's a
You
chicken
almost
place
said this
beside,
Yeah,
but it's now the fucking
pizza
family
place.
pizza.
Yeah.
So I did that job originally. It was I can't remember, some Filipino was trying to open a chicken place. It didn't last very long. Anyways, we had to go back. We had to go in because we had to shut the gas down in the whole building. And we went into the kitchen of fucking WK, and
Gross.
dude, I swear, none of those fryers, none of the
Have
grills,
ever been cleaned?
never been
Yeah.
fucking cleaned ever.
That's flavor.
Oh, dude, it was so fucking gross back there.
Yeah,
Like
that's
so
awful.
fucking gross.
Friends of my
It
parents
was.
are
Oh, dude.
the most disgusting house that you ever did see. But fuck, did she cook? You don't want to see her cook. But the
Tron's fucking buddy that he used to drink with out here. Can't remember his name, but he had like 20 cats.
Same time?
No. He never picked up his cat shit either. He just pushed it to the edge of the wall on his house.
Gross.
So there was like
A mountain.
a stack of cat shit all the way along the edge of his house.
Insulation.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Like my dogs have fucked up the floor in my house probably over 10 years. Like I'm putting new flooring in this year, but
Well, you put new flooring in what, 2 years ago? Yeah, really? 5?
6.
Jazz wasn't still around, was she?
Yep.
Oh, okay. That's not bad.
No.
But shouldn't
No.
fucking dogs, man, they like I love them to death, but I also hate them. Like
Yeah.
they
pissing all over the
fucking
place.
ruin everything. I think the biggest thing for me is that
Go.
I can't
Go.
I can't fucking go
That's it.
anywhere without
Have
having
you
to
had
make
to do
sure
it yet?
they're taken care of, right?
Yeah.
Like a cat, you can feed its dish, clean its litter, and walk away for 3 days and be totally fine.
Yeah. Dog.
Dog, you come home, your fucking couch is destroyed. I think Willow's fucking
Good
cost me 2
clubhouse holder.
couches now.
Yeah, I put my last Rottweiler down there last week there and fuck. She was a pain in the ass there.
You put her
Fuck.
down?
Yeah. Fuck was it hard.
What?
I
Rocks?
put rocks down last week.
Oh, did you?
Oh,
fuck, that's so
man.
weird.
That's tough.
I didn't.
But the dog
Sorry,
that pisses a guy off, fuck.
Yeah.
You're just it's hard to do.
Yeah.
I guess, man.
Well, because they become part of the family too. I don't care if anybody says they're not, they're fucking fine.
Yeah.
Back in Ontario, I used to have to Some people, like, I'll tell you right now, vet bills are significantly cheaper
Get in there.
compared to
Oh, I was
Ontario,
lucky.
man. To put a dog down there, it's like $1,000.
Ah.
So a lot of times people would come to me on the farm and just be like, "Can you?"
Yeah.
And I'll be like, you know, I don't like doing it, but yeah, okay. One clean slug shot done, right? Like,
When I was younger, I used to be able to do it, not even thinking about it there. But the last few, fuck.
it's tough, man, and I definitely feel it. Like, I had an Australian field mouse. I had a Dagu for the longest time. My dad fucking hated. He said he hated it, but it was funny because it was definitely his mouse. Like, it
Yeah.
fucking took right to him. He'll feed it a fucking almond. It would like put his head out so he could scratch him and shit. Then when he passed away, Dad took that with a free heart. So
Growing up, fuck, we went through a dog every 3 months for fuck.
Yeah.
Well, you
Living on
guys
the
different,
highway.
highway, yeah.
yeah, but like you said though, like my dad would agree with you too though, Bill. Like growing up, he grew up on the farm. He's seen all kinds of shit, and I mean all kinds of shit. And that stuff wouldn't have affected him then, but it does now.
Well, I had this one for 13 years, 12 years. I had the other one for 12 years there, and fuck, they're like kids.
Well, for the sake of incriminating myself, both of these dogs came from the Reds. I just picked them up. They were both now malnourished and not taken care of.
Yeah.
So I took them in. They're the most protective pair I've ever met in my entire life. They don't like people. They like us. They don't like people.
What the fuck? You see it skip
Kind of
there?
going all
Yeah.
over the place here. If someone broke into the house there, Roxy would have been the one to fucking chew the living shit out of them.
Well, it's funny because they told the cops that day the guy tried to break into the house. They said he was literally halfway through the fucking window, and Willow would have fucking ate him alive the minute he got in, because when I walked up there, they were both sitting like this watching. And all I would have had to do was snap my fingers, and I wouldn't have wanted to see what would have happened.
Well, the worst part is they fucking.
Cops like, we should have probably done it and just let it happen. I was like, yeah, but the liability, like.
Yeah. Now you're gonna shoot my dog because he was protecting.
Well, not to mention, then I get sued,
Mm-hmm.
which I think is fucked up. They break in your house, they get injured, you get sued.
Yeah, if you have unsafe steps and they're breaking into your house, they're rolling ankles.
That's a good shot,
You
Lionel.
gotta pay them. Fuck that.
Just pulling it.
I was younger one time. I went to Indiana and I took a bus to go across the Detroit border to take the plane. I'll never forget. On the way home, I took the same bus and we stopped to pick up a refusal at the border. At the time, I didn't know what the fuck that meant. But anyway, Detroit border refused this 72-year-old Canadian for crossing the border because he had assault charges back in the fucking day. And I mean back
Yeah.
in the day. Right? So I'm thinking, alright, well, you know, he's 70-some years old. Can't really be that fucking... They walked him out in like fucking prison jumpsuit, fucking shackles and cuffs. Right to the bus, and then basically released him in the driver's care, is what they called it, with the release form saying he's to go back to Canada.
Yeah.
They gave him charges, and the charge was, what was it, improper entry into the United States or something like that. He had to go to Detroit for court, and I was thinking to myself, I'm like, what the fuck could this guy really have done? He walked him with a cane,
No.
you know. And so I had an open seat, so I said to him, sit down. I want to hear this, because naturally curious. He was going to Florida to see his grandkids, to surprise them for their birthday. But he got charged back in 1972. Somebody broke into his house and he fucking thumped him. And he got charged with assault.
Yeah.
Well, that's a felony in the States. That's not a misdemeanor, right? So that's automatic. You get an assault charge, you're not going across the border. Period. So he had the driver stop at the Tim Hortons in Windsor because he was like, I haven't taken my insulin. They wouldn't allow me to take my insulin, and they wouldn't let me eat. And I'm thinking to myself, if he would have died in their care, could you imagine
A lot of people die in their care.
Yeah.
the liability would be on them, would it not?
Yeah.
At that point?
It would be, but they like to manufacture shit.
Yeah. They could make shit up.
Yeah.
Now everything's on video though, so it's harder.
Yeah, but even when it goes to court there, yeah, this cop that beat the living fuck out of this guy, yeah, his body camera wasn't working that day.
Well, that's a fucking that's good for the defense
Yeah.
if the body camera accidentally gets turned off.
Especially when the guy's like 18 charges deep.
Well, I think PA put in a thing they're gonna wear body cams now too.
They have to. There's so much shit.
Oh.
Well, I've seen a couple people get pancaked, man. Like, and honestly, they fucking deserve it. Start egging on a cop like that, doing stupid shit that you're not supposed to be.
No birdies.
Fuck.
They deserve that shit. Most of the time, when you get pulled over by a cop or something, there, keep your mouth shut.
But yeah,
Like, so
you'll have your day in court.